Good evening. Am I audible to everyone? Naresh, good evening. Sushma, good evening. Am I audible? Madhumala, good evening. Yes. Good evening, everybody. Am I audible to everyone? Yes. Ashish, good evening. I am audible to everyone? Yes. So what we saw yesterday? Yesterday I was discussing with you about NLTK. What do you mean by natural language processing? Vishal, yes, good evening. Vani, good evening. Venkatesh, good evening. Vishal, yes. Abhishek, good evening, everybody. My voice is audible. Am I audible to everyone? Yes. So what do you mean by natural language processing? Yesterday I was discussing with you about natural language processing. So what are all the important terms you should understand about natural language processing, and what is the use of NLTK, Natural Language Toolkit Library? Please respond. I was discussing with you about natural language processing, right? Please respond. What do you mean by natural language processing, and what are the three important techniques involved in any NLP? I was discussing with you about tokenization technique. What do you mean by stemming technique and lemmatization technique? So whatever we discussed, everything is clear? Yes, everything is clear. And then I gave you an introduction, the hatred speech, how it is being classified by employing various NLP techniques. If you are interested, you can go to pantechelearning and you can register for machine learning internship program. Welcome ML. This is the coupon code. Once you register for the internship, you will be getting access to the IPYNB files, the recorded videos, lecture notes, how the projects are being developed. You will be gaining more practical knowledge. Once you attend this masterclass for 25 days and if you pay rupees 100, you will be receiving a webinar certificate. And the internship users, they will be receiving an internship certificate as well as a participation certificate. Alright. If you are interested, you can go to pantechelearning and you can register for machine learning internship program. Welcome ML. This is the coupon code. Once you register for the internship, you will be getting access to the IPYNB files, the recorded videos, lecture notes, how the projects are being developed. You will be gaining more practical knowledge. Once you attend this masterclass for 25 days and if you pay rupees 100, you will be receiving a webinar certificate. And the internship users, they will be receiving an internship certificate as well as a participation certificate. Alright, 26th of June, this is the last date for internship registration. Please hurry up. So once you attend this masterclass for 25 days and if you pay rupees 100, you can participate in the hackathon, which is going to happen every week. During the hackathon, we will take up a project, we will have a project discussion, and you can post your queries and doubts in the Facebook link. Alright. So I am just going to start with one more important technique. I am going to discuss with you about bagging and boosting regression algorithms. What do you mean by bagging technique and what do you mean by boosting technique? And I am going to show you a simple implementation, loan prediction problem, how the loans are being predicted by using this XGBoost classifier. So each and every day I was discussing with you about different types of supervised machine learning algorithms and unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Based on my problem, I can go for different types of classification algorithms and I can go for different types of regression algorithms. Alright. So what do you mean by ensemble learning? So in case of machine learning, I was discussing with you about two different types of machine learning. What do you mean by supervised learning and unsupervised learning? So what do you mean by supervised learning? Whenever a machine learning model learns in the presence of a supervisor or a teacher with some known data samples or labeled data, so I am going to get the relevant results. So in case of supervised machine learning, so I have two different types of supervised machine learning. One is a classification problem and one more is a regression problem. And in case of unsupervised machine learning, so I can go for clustering and association. So what do you mean by a clustering problem and what do you mean by an association problem? So far I was discussing what is the use of individual algorithms, what is the use of logistic regression, what is the use of decision tree classifier. So I was discussing some individual units. Today I am going to discuss with you about ensemble learning. So what do you mean by this ensemble? So instead of a single algorithm, so I am going to results of several decision trees, several algorithms, which is going to improve the performance of my overall machine learning model. So this is the basic idea behind this ensemble learning. It is nothing but a collective learning. Machine learning techniques, whether it may be a supervised machine learning model or unsupervised machine learning model, what is the aim of all these types of machine learning model? I have to maximize the accuracy and I have to minimize the error. That is the aim of all these types of machine learning models. So whether it may be a supervised machine learning model or unsupervised, maximize the accuracy and I have to minimize the error. Clear? Yes, technique, averaging technique and weighted averaging technique. These three are the different types of ensemble. So what do you mean by maximum voting? So for example, based on voting, so each and every problem, say for example, I want to watch a new movie. So based on the rating, I am going to use of several people and I am going to get the final prediction result. So this is the basic idea behind maximum voting. So whichever, for example, I am having a movie and I want to view the reviews. So how many, whichever it is the majority of votes, based on that I am going to choose the movie. So this is a type of ensemble learning, that is maximum voting technique. I can go for different types of ensemble learning. I can go for maximum voting technique or I can go for averaging technique. What do you mean by this averaging technique? I am going to take the average of predictions from all the models and I am going to make the final prediction. This is the basic idea behind the averaging process. So we have different types of ensemble learning. How I am going to collect the results of several machine learning models. First, I need to look at the type of problem and accordingly I can go for different types of methods, different ways of doing collective learning or ensemble learning. So averaging method, this is one type of ensemble learning. I am going to take the average of all the values and I am going to divide by the total value. This is one more example of ensemble learning, averaging process. Clear with this? What do you mean by this averaging process? And weighted average. So we have different ways of performing